What is up, everybody, and welcome to episode 2 of the story of Blip. Uh, it has been a minute since I've been able to record or upload anything to the channel. I've missed it greatly. A lot happened all at once within the last week and a half, 2 weeks, and it has been hard for me to come back over here. But now I should be freed up for the most part. I'm gonna try to upload as much as I can. My plans for August haven't been holding up very well. There was a lot I wanted to do, but really haven't gotten the chance to do. Mostly just because of everything that's happened, but you know what? It's life. It goes on, and unexpected things happen, but that's all right. But yeah, we're back with Blip, doing Cairn 2E, and I guess I should give kind of a recap if anybody hasn't seen it or hasn't seen it in a while. Blip is this little frogkin. That's what I'm just gonna call his race or species, and he's a fisherman for this village. And the day before this session, kind of like the background, I guess you could say, he was out fishing and saw a little shimmer within the rivers here, and found a little blue crystal prism, to which he grabbed and kind of pocketed for himself and went about his day. Waking up the very next day, though, he's kind of laying in his little hut, and he's kind of just observing it, and he gets a vision of what you guys could see right here, Willow Pond Village, where he lives, being set on fire, pretty much. Well, he puts the crystal away and everything, tries to go about his day, getting ready, and then he can hear screaming coming from outside. He goes out, only to literally then find that Willow Pond is being attacked by another frogkin tribe, and houses and the tree in the center are literally on fire. So he grabs the crystal, goes out, and then hops on one of the boats as quickly, the little lily pad boats, as I say, and with a few others, and they start to set off and don't get noticed, but there seems to be a battle with the village and the invaders and people trying to escape. They manage to get through this part unseen, but as they go down, he kind of asks what happened, and they just kind of say that the other tribes just came out of nowhere and started attacking. To which then, from either on the land or in the water, I can't remember, one of the invaders jumps onto the boat with them, and Blip and the invader have a full out fight, which I will note that Blip has never been in a deadly one-on-one fight with one of his other kind. He's a fisherman, he's not a soldier, and he did come out victorious, but he was left very wounded and almost on the verge of death. He suffered a major head wound, to which one of the passengers had a bandage to help him out, and they continued sailing off, and that's where we left. So in terms of his character sheet, because I was looking into, you'll see that these are a little bit different, and now he's got full HP. I saw on Reddit there was a nice little homebrew that I saw in regards of like regaining hit points that I never really thought about. And it is within 5 minutes outside of combat, your HP comes back. I was like, you know what? I kind of like that. This is gonna take about a week to get fully back up. Within like resting in a safe area, so we're gonna have to find a nice safe little cove or something where he could spend a week and just figure things out. But I went ahead and raised his HP and his strength max by 1, just because I saw something within the book where progression kind of comes from like the experience and everything, and because Blip has never been in a one-on-one combat scenario and been beaten to hell like that, I'll say that his body did get a little bit stronger, and his HP went up by 1 just because he kind of experienced that. And that's really all I did with it. He's still got the... Oh, wait. Why do I have 1? Pretty sure I had 3. I don't think he... No fatigue. Okay. Yeah, that looks right. I don't know why I had 1. I must have been messing around and accidentally clicked it or something. But... yeah, that's where we're leaving off at now. They started heading southwest. I'm gonna say there's about, on this boat, 4 of us in total. So me and 3 others. Blip is currently bandaged, and he's gonna look up and he's just gonna say, "Thank you," and they're gonna like, "No, thank you. You kind of risked your life for ours, and we're gonna help you out as best as we can." And he's gonna be like, "All right, thank you very much." He's not hot right now, as we can as we could see. He barely got away with surviving, like barely. And yeah, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna sail for a bit down this river, and I'm gonna say for about a D8 amount of time. So we travel for 6 hours, I'm gonna say, down this river. So we should be far well off. Let's see, it was morning, so I'd say it's about closer to the evening ish. So yeah, they kind of like look around. You know what, I'm gonna put it down that Blip does eat a ration while on the way. But he's gonna look at all of them and he goes, "Does anybody know what tribe that was or where they came from?" And I'm gonna say that's a 50-50. Damn, dude. Okay, an astounding yes. One of them looks up and he goes, "Yeah, I'm gonna ask the Oracle again. Is this tribe normally known as being hostile?" And I'm gonna say, just because based off of that, I'm gonna say that's very likely. Yeah. Okay. So they're known for being. This tribe is very well known for being hostile. Let me see. I'm gonna say he's kind of like this older looking frog. This older looking frogkin kind of sitting towards the front of the boat, and he goes, "I've seen them many years, and I've heard many tales of their brutality. They've usually left us alone, but for some reason we were their next victim. and I hope the soldiers were able to hold them off within the city. And Blip kind of shakes his head. Blip looks up and he goes, "So does this tribe have a name?" And I'm gonna look up some bullywug tribe names really quick to see. Bullywug tribe names generator. Yay, there we go. They are from the Murky Water Brood. Yep, they're the Murky Water. I'm going to say Murky Water Pond is what their village is, but they're the Murky Water Brood. Do we know anything about their leader? Let me see. Do I have tables anywhere? Let me see. I'm gonna look in Table of Fables really quick and see if I could find anything about what they might possibly... Let me see. Actually, I'm gonna look in the Mythic GME 2 really quick and see if there might be a table that will help me in there. Actually, I'm just gonna ask I'm gonna roll a d6. Does anybody here know who the leader is? For yes, but they don't. I'm gonna say okay. So yes, but they never seen him and don't know much. I'm gonna say they know his name though. Let me pull up the bullywug names really quick. I'm gonna roll a d4. Is it a male or for male? 1 through 2, it's a male. 3 through 4, it's a female. Okay, so it's a male. I'm gonna say Horglash. So Horglash is the leader of the Meyer Pond Village. We're just going to put in parentheses brood. Alright. So we at least know who the leader is. No idea what their intentions is, but Blimp. Yes, that makes sense. Blip here has suspicion that it might have something to do with the crystal that he's got, but he's still unsure. So I think what he would do is he's going to keep that a bit of a secret for now, just to be on the safe side. And I think after some time, we do come across, which I'm excited to get to this. We do come across here. I found this online. It's pretty cool. No, stop it. There we go. Don't know where that is, but yeah, there's that if you guys are wondering. Start kind of like drifting down a little bit, and I'm gonna put down... Okay, I'm gonna say we have this girl here. We have a guy. And I'm gonna say there's an older guy. He could be the older guy. um, Blip is gonna look at him and ask, "What are each of y'all's names?" The girl is gonna say Quafoda. I'm guessing that's what that says. Yep. Quafoda. We got this guy over here. He could be Brup. Brup. And he is Kermshug. That sounds like an older, kind of like badass name. Kermshug. So yeah, we got them. I'm gonna just highlight that, and they're gonna kind of sail up a little bit and see this little area and everything. And he's gonna suggest that maybe they should probably camp here for the night, seeing as though there's an indoor area, maybe some places to hide and whatnot. So what they will do is just make sure they're gonna come over here and Blip and all of them. I'm gonna say start to get off. And Blip just looks around and he goes, "Oh my god. Finally some rest. Maybe there's something inside that we could use." I'm gonna say, does it look... Is there anybody... Actually, I'm gonna ask yet. Does there seem to be anybody around? I'm gonna say, just due to the state of everything, I'm gonna say that's very unlikely. Let me see. Yep, nobody seems to be around. And let's see, where is the door? I'm gonna assume that's the door right over there. So they're gonna start going on in. Brup kind of has one of Blip's arms around his shoulder, and they kind of go in. Kermsheg sees that little table over there, and he's gonna go sit around in it. They kind of go in. Blip's gonna like sit down for a bit. They're gonna just kind of observe the area. And let me see, what is that? We're gonna go based off of what the map shows. Some like bottles of wine. I'm gonna say, ask, are these empty? No, but they appear... No buts. So no, but they don't look like they should be drank. They look very old and probably expired. And yeah, I think Blip is gonna go there, and he's just gonna rest for the night and try to at least get some of his strength back. But yeah, so I'll say each of them kind of like start getting around and everything. I'm gonna say that there's like this one mattress that they all kind of they just kind of like take turns sharing or whatever throughout the night. And I'm gonna say, does anything happen at night? I'm gonna say that's a 50-50. No, nothing happens. Okay, so no encounter at all. I will say they do wake up the next day, and Blip is definitely feeling the pain now. Now it's kind of like set in. He's waking up. He's feeling stiff and everything. But he is going to try to walk around. I'm going to say they are all kind of just doing their thing at the table. And Blip's going to come over here and start looking around and stuff. And for this, I kind of went ahead and made like a D10 loot table almost. I'm not sure how it's going to work. I haven't used it. I just kind of did it up off the fly. But yeah, Blip kind of looks over and goes, "Good morning, guys." And he's kind of like limping, kind of like wobbling around. And they're like, "You should probably stay resting." And he's like, "No, no, no, no. I'm all good. We need to keep going and figure out what's going on." Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and roll a d10 and see what we find in the first barrel that's right there. A 3. So there's a weapon inside the barrel. I'm gonna see about. Let me see. Let me go ahead and look at this. All right, I'm gonna roll. I'm just opening up the Cairn first edition thing where it's got the table for starting gear, and I'm just gonna roll a d20 for that. 10. Sword, mace, axe. Okay. So, I'm gonna say it's probably an axe just due to where they are and everything. Yeah, you know what? We'll take the axe. We'll go ahead and we'll actually take the axe with us because you know what? We'll probably either maybe be able to sell it later on, or maybe it'll be of some use in getting handed off to one of the others. But let me see. Where? Oh, where? You know what? I'm just gonna look inside here again and see what the axe does for damage. It does a d8. Okay. If that's not correct, I'll go back and change it later. But for right now, we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna search this other barrel right over here. And let me see, we're gonna roll d10. A 5. We find a potion. Ooh, potion. Please be a health potion. That way we could at least get some of our strength back up. Let me see. 16. Okay, yeah, the axe is a d8. Alright, let me see. Potions anywhere? Potions? Please? Something? Anything? Let me see. Alright, I'm just gonna ask the Oracle. Is it a healing potion? 3? No. Okay. I'm gonna say maybe it's like an anti-venom potion. So yeah, I'm just gonna say anti-venom. Anti-venom potion. Alright. Blip. Oh, yep. One more thing. Blip is gonna go ahead and use up another ration. Nope. Just to kind of keep himself full. He's gonna look over and He's gonna ask if any of them have any weapons. And do they? I'm gonna say 50-50. 48. Yes, I'm gonna say Brup over here probably has a dagger. I'm gonna assume the elderly guy probably doesn't, and I'm gonna assume the girl probably has like a dagger as well. And Blip's gonna be like, and you didn't help out. And he's just gonna he's gonna look at him. He goes, and you could have helped me out with that fight. And he goes, I'm just scared, dude. I've never been in a fight. And Blip's like, yeah, well, me neither. But he's gonna be like, all right, well, you owe me big time then. And he goes, yeah, no, I got you. And let's see. Let me put that away real quick. And they're gonna kind of gather around a little bit, and they're gonna need to figure out a game plan on what to do next, because they can't hang around here forever. I'm actually gonna go ahead and, just because it's been about a day, I'll raise it up by 1. He's gonna look at the old man and he goes, you've been around a bit, no offense. Do you know if there's a village nearby? Like a friendly village up the river or something that could probably help us out? I'm gonna say somewhat likely. That's an outstanding no. He goes, not that I know of. I usually stayed within the village, but there's only one way to really find out, and that's to keep going upriver, and maybe stay here for a bit, and we can figure our stuff out, hope for the best, or not hope for the best, just kind of like hang tight here, and see if anyone else comes along from the village. If not, we'll give it about another day, and then we'll head upriver to see if there's anything up there to find, and hopefully they can find some help. So yeah, I think that's the goal. Wait a day. If nobody from the either tribe, preferably the Willow Pond tribe, if nobody shows up, then they head out, because they don't want to be lingering out in this area for too long. It's probably abandoned for a reason. But yeah, I think, let me see, what time do I got? I think that's about all the time I have for today, peeps. I think that's a good stopping point to kind of set up the next little part of the adventure and continue on upriver, and hopefully find a hopefully Karmshug is wrong that there's some help up ahead, but we'll see. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully I can get back to making videos again regularly. Hopefully no more unexpected shit happens. And I do apologize if I sounded very scatterbrained through all this. I am exhausted as hell. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. Any tips on how you guys run Cairn 2e would also be pretty cool. It's been a hot minute since I've run a Cairn 2e solo. But yeah, I'll see you guys on the next video, and I hope you all have a good one. Later.